And the other story was when we first went there, uh, the coach at Oklahoma State had gone to SMU, where my dad had come from. So the head coach got the head coaching job, and so uh, Bum wanted the film from SMU where he had been to have teaching tape for the Oklahoma State players. And we called down and said, "Can we get a copy of the film?" And they just said, "No, you can't have the copy of the film." And my dad said, "We've got to have a copy of the film to be able to teach our players the new defense." And so a young coach and myself, the first year there, a guy named Harold Richardson had coached at SMU, had been a graduate assistant at SMU. So my dad brought us in and he said, "Harold, you and Wade go down there and get the film at SMU." And of course,
This,
I'd just gotten that. I got there the day before. And so we drive from Oklahoma State, from Stillwater down to Dallas. And we get to the coach's office, and Harold had been there before. So Harold told me, he said, "Hey, just follow my lead." I said, "Well, okay." I said, "Because how are we going to do this?" And he said, "Just follow my lead." And I said, "Okay." So we go in the office, and the secretary says, "Hey, Harold, how you doing?" And he says, "Oh, I'm doing great." And he said, "Well, Harold, what are you doing here? Congratulations on the job at Oklahoma State." And he said, "Thanks." And he said, "Harold, what are you doing here?" And he said, "We're here to get the film." And of course, the secretary didn't know. And so she said, "Oh, okay." And so we start going in the offices and taking the film. Now, this is original film. This is, they don't have another copy. They wouldn't send us a copy. So we just started walking in the offices and piling up the film. And Harold's handing me the film in each office. We go into one office, and one of the coaches is has the film on his projector. And Harold walks in, turns on the light, takes the film and starts rewinding it to get the film. And the coach said, what are you doing?" And he doesn't know Harold. He said, "What are you doing?" He said, I'm here to get the film." And the coach goes, "What?" He said, "I'm here to get the film." He said, "Oh, okay." So he takes the film off the projector, puts it in the can, hands it to me. Long story, but we got all the film from the year before. And we took it all back up to Oklahoma State. And of course, once the head coach found out at SMU, he was really mad. He should have, in the first place, given us a copy of the film, but now he had no film from the year before. So he calls up, he's all mad about it. We cut up the film and just taped it back together so it's gapped. So there's a lot of plays aren't in there. The plays we wanted to keep, we kept and made a teaching reel for our players at Oklahoma State. We sent it all back to Oklahoma State. We sent the film back, like you said, but it was all cut up. So uh,
well,
that's when
and
I found out if you just act like you know what you're doing, you might get something done.
Well, yeah, and for any of the younger people in the coaching profession, obviously these are the old canisters, right? The film canisters, the 16 millimeter, true film rolling through a reel, correct?
That's right. That's the way it was. So,
Yeah, and you guys are loading up canisters. I mean, the visual there of you guys, stacking up canisters and walking out the front door with all of their film. That's just a great story.
yeah, it was. I was surprised we were able to do it, but Harold was the one that instituted it. Of course, my dad just said, "Hey, go down and get the film. You two guys, you two young guys." So we went down and got it.